Say they're having an illegal immigration crisis there, and they want the governor to do something about it.
Virginia Delegate Jeff Frederick joins us from Washington, D.C. Well, tell us, what kind of problem could you possibly be seeing in Virginia? You're nowhere near the border.
Well, we have a huge illegal immigration problem. We have an increased public service cost because of all the illegal immigrants. We have a strain on local law enforcement. We have intimidation of people as they are driving to the local 7-Eleven in the morning to get their morning coffee on their way to work, and they're being hoarded by illegal immigrants looking for work. And we have a major gang problem in Northern Virginia. It's just getting out of control, and we've got to do something. And here's a tool at our disposal for our governor to declare a state of emergency, and I think he should do it.
I'll tell you what, Jeffrey, when I lived down in Virginia, when we would go to the Bob's Big Boy in Reston on Saturday mornings, if you sat at a certain table, you could look out, and there were about 20 or 30 guys would just come out, stand right there, and cars would drive by, pick them up, and they'd go out and do day labor. So this is...
How long ago was that?
That was 10 years ago. And
well,
I can
just imagine how it is now.
So much worse. Absolutely.
That's right.
All right, so what in particular can the governor do?
Well, he can declare a state of emergency.
Well, what does that mean?
That means that he'll ask the federal government for homeland security funding from the federal government to combat our illegal immigration problem. It's worked in New Mexico. It's worked in Arizona. We can use that money for our local law enforcement so they can do more to enforce our immigration laws, as well as our local ordinances such as zoning. Such as zoning and loitering and those sorts of things.
We actually were looking at a couple of stories earlier today that talked about the incredible cost of health care for illegal immigrants. Have you been seeing costs like that in Virginia as well?
Absolutely. I'm told last year we spent more than $18 million in health care costs for illegal immigrants. It's creating a constant strain. I'm also told that about 75% of the cost that hospital actually that number is probably not good. I'm messing up the numbers here, but there's a very high cost that hospitals have in having to deal with this issue. And a lot of the people, the paying members, the people that have insurance and the people that are paying for services are the ones who are paying for all the illegal immigrants, and that's why we have $8 aspirins.
A lot of folks say, hey, listen, it is the Hispanics here in America, the legal residents, who don't want a crackdown on illegal immigration. They want family, friends, whatever, to be able to run across the border. You are the first, the only Hispanic member of the delegation there in Virginia. As a Hispanic, how do you react to that?
I think it's wrong. I don't think that's true at all. The fact is that I come from a family where my mother is from South America, and a lot of my whole family is still down there. They're following the rules. They're doing the right thing. They're respecting our laws. And there's a whole lot of immigrants here, legal immigrants in the United States, people that have become citizens that are foreign-born, that followed the rules, that respected our laws, and did the right thing to seek their part of the American dream. You know, these guys that are coming here, you know, it's great. They want to build more for themselves. They want to build a better future for their families, and they want to seek their piece of the American dream. But part of seeking the American dream is following the rules and waiting your turn in line and doing it the right way like everybody else has had to do.
Well, we'll find out, Jeffrey, whether or not the governor is listening. Delegate Jeffrey Frederick from Prince William in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Coming up, today's college students never knew life without Starbucks.